I'm solution architect at SAP, and today I'm going to walk you through the SAP industry solution specifically for chemical and pharma. So before I really start talking about what SAP has got in the process industries, let me give you a quick snapshot of what SAP is of today. We are a business software solution provider with close to 260,000 customers across 188 countries. We support close to 25 different industries and 11 line of businesses. Hence, we are the global leaders in the business software solution side. We've also seen these 260,000 companies. There are close to 12 million users using our SAP solutions across industries, across line of businesses, and we create a lot of value for every organization. We also partner with our various partners within our ecosystem to create a trusted advisor for the customers. Our partners span across from service partners, technology partners, and various other partners to provide a trusted solution advisor for the customers. What is there from SAP specifically for Indian subcontinent? We have close to 8,500 plus partners globally supporting our partners, close to 2,500 SAP certified consultants, and they keep on adding. This number is as of 2010. 18 service partners, 34 technology partners, and 34 solution partners. We also have a global support team sitting across the development organizations, providing technical support for our customers 24/7. We have close to 4 development centers across the world, and the second biggest development center resides in Bangalore, India. So, if you look at the SAP's presence specifically to the chemical industry, we are very much deeply rooted specifically onto the chemical industry. We clearly understand ERP is not the solution for all industries, all processes. We understood that. We partnered with many domain experts. We brought in industry-specific processes into our ERP solution. Our first chemical customer was ICI, somewhere in the 1970s. And we started building chemical-specific industry practices, and we brought everything onto our ERP and started expanding it to other customers during 1980s. And whatever we learned in the last 20 years, we created something called best practices. These best practices, we created those best practices so that customers can go ahead, download and implement onto the solution by reducing the complete implementation effort. If you look at my next slide, it typically talks about some of the key customers in India, like Tata Chemicals, Sudarshan, Spig, and so on. We have our presence in India, specifically in this industry, is really vast, and it's still growing too. Now, moving ahead, specifically on the pharma, the life sciences businesses, we have a very strong presence. Just like the way we understood the chemical processes, we also partnered with many pharma-specific customers, try to understand what are their trends, what are their processes, build industry-specific content specifically for the pharma industry. If you look at the slide, you can see the top 10 out of top branded pharmaceutical companies run on SAP. Generic pharmaceutical companies, 10 out of top 10 run on SAP. If you take the segment of biopharmaceutical companies, 8 out of 10 run on SAP. Medical devices, 9 out of 10. Our presence is there across both chemical as well as life sciences industry. Some customers, specifically in India, Dr. Reddy's, Ranbaxy's, MSN, Shanta Biotech, everybody are using a SAP and they're running successfully. So we are talking about the industry councils where we learn the industry best practices, the trends, what's coming in next 5 years, what are the new processes, are there any changes, the way the regulatory norms being followed in different countries. We understand through the domain experts. Our domain experts are from SAP as well as customers too. We created an industry council where customers also partner in that industry council and they give us a lot of input. And if you look at the chemical industry council, we have claims, we have IFMAN, Nova Chemicals, Oxy Chemicals. We all partner with each other, meet in regular intervals, share best practices, understand trends, what's happening in their industry, and bring those best practices and processes into the industry sets of ERP. Similarly, if you look at the pharma industry, we have customers like Ilili, Valtus, Roche, Ranbaxy. We talk to them. Similarly, the way we speak with other industry councils, we get the trend and bring all the best practices. Industry council members provides us a lot of domain knowledge to SAP, and those domain knowledge gets incorporated into our ERP industry sets. And these sets are available as and when a new customer adopts SAP from the start itself. If you look at the industry expertise and how does the industry expertise helps company run better. From the start, I am talking about SAP positions itself as an industry expert. This small snapshot, what I'm showing you in the screen, is the Forbes 2000 rankings, where it clearly tells 79% of consumer goods and life sciences customers, the Forbes 2000 customers, run on SAP. If you look at process manufacturing, just below that, 78% of Forbes 2000 companies run on SAP. Why? Because SAP has deep industry-specific capabilities. It embeds and pre-configured best practices, and it provides a clear industry roadmap for all the customers. What do successful companies want? How are they successful? They always think, three challenges. If they meet these three challenges, they can excel. One is fulfilling extremely stringent quality requirements, meaning they need to follow good manufacturing practices, ensure non-compliance, so that they are market leaders. If you look at the right to the extreme right, customers also wants to manage the supply chain with track and trace, ensure high quality, and also ensure stock cost strategies to ensure that they can seize the opportunity and mitigate the supply risk. And the other part is the R&D, where every organization has a decent R&D team who does a lot of study. They would need a lot of money for them to do a lot of research and development, and a lot of knowledge comes out of those studies, and this knowledge has to be stored somewhere, and so that tomorrow, if I want to revisit that knowledge, I should be in a position to click and bring it back to them. So these are the high-level key challenges which every customers express, and they strongly feel that if they achieve good manufacturing practices, ensure high quality, and ensure very good customer experiences, and bring in new products using their R&D capability, they will be successful. To achieve that, SAP provides a comprehensive offering to address business needs. SAP solution supports the entire collaborative of R&D. That is, the solution provides an integrated product development tool which allows you to capture the entire new product development or new process innovation processes within your organization. It also embeds embeds product safety and compliance norms and assures high quality returns. The other vertical, if you see, the complex and volatile supply chains, SAP provides a strong integrated sales and operations planning tool, allowing to capture what is in the pipeline and what needs to be produced and what is being produced. It also in order to, after producing, how do I fulfill a commitment? The entire process can be captured. It also supports compliant manufacturing to ensure there's a good manufacturing practice within your organization. It has the solution provides tools to integrate the top floor and the shop floor systems. SAP solution also provides integration points to your LIMS systems, your PLC systems, where data can be streamlined, can be captured from your LIMS or your PLC enabled or any other digital systems, and capture the data and do a visual check on what is happening within the production. It also supports the solution also comes with sales and marketing processes. The entire Salesforce automation processes can be captured. You can create marketing calendars. You can generate leads. Once you can follow up with these leads, maintain contacts of those leads, convert those leads, maintain it as cold, warm, and hot, convert them into opportunities. The entire sales and marketing piece can be captured using the SAP solution, and it also enables mobile sales process where your field sales team can access SAP data through their mobile devices. Supporting these four verticals, there are 5 horizontals like HR solution. HR is core. You need people to run the organization. The core HR processes, the talent management processes, the time and attendance management, and workforce planning. Everything can be captured using your HR tools. Finance horizontal is the most critical one because every transaction you post, it's the finance tables. The ERP supports the entire financial accounting, controlling, treasury, and it has all. It supports all statutory as per Indian norms like TDS, VAT, etc. It also has built-in procurement solution where you'll be in a position to maintain all vendors, blacklist them if required. You can do vendor evaluation. You can follow PPAP processes, and you can also collaborate with tendering processes. Everything can be brought into your in the SAP solution itself. And it also supports the entire IT organization, giving them full access to the SAP solution. Like they can maintain the entire infrastructure. They can have their own portfolio and project management and services can be performed using this SAP solution. If you look at the last 10 years, even though we have SAP solution for all these industries, a lot of things changed. Especially what we identified as the 3 game-changing technologies which came in the last 15 years. Mobile. You see mobile devices now, everyone holds it, and everybody is expecting the enterprise data to come onto the mobile, so they can do, for example, a purchase order approval or any other approvals over the mobile devices. So, and we have seen that the data volume for enterprise applications is doubling every 18 months. So you should have a database which will store huge amount of data, and at the same time it should allow you to churn the data, convert into meaningful insight for you to take an appropriate decision. So SAP has come up with appliance called SAP HANA, which is an in-memory appliance which allows you to capture a huge data, churn the data, and can allow you to create different models on top of the data and build meaningful reports on top of it. We have also seen in the last 15 years the adoption to cloud, customers moving to cloud. We understand from customers, they say that our business is not IT. We all want to run our businesses, but we would want IT to support. So that, there came the cloud option. SAP supports cloud by it supports both on-premise deployment, cloud deployments, as well as on hybrid deployments also. Understanding these three game-changing technologies and lot of regulatory compliances, everything coming in, SAP also understood that the complexity is building day in and day out. How do I make the business processes simpler? SAP has redesigned the entire SAP suite, and we have relaunched it in the name of SAP S/4HANA. SAP Business Suite 4th generation on HANA platform. It's up there. Our fundamental goal is to ensure there's a simple user experience. When I say simple user experience, I don't want a complex user interface or having many fields, and I should be in a position to open that transaction either in mobile or in desktop or on a tablet in a more simplified way. That's what I mean by simple user experience. So we redesigned the entire user experience, and we called it SAP Fiori, and I'll talk about it in a couple of slides. Simple business solutions. We wanted the entire ERP to connect with other digital systems. There's a lot of digital data. You would have heard about Internet of Things, where in future it's going to be machine going to talking to machine. I should be in a position to even capture those data and bring it into your system and start analyzing it. So we started creating simple business solutions by digitally connecting and providing real-time information. We redesigned the entire data model. The way earlier we used to have many tables within the SAP solution, now we have simplified the entire tables because of the HANA use cases, because HANA provides you to simplify the entire data model, because of which the number of tables have drastically come down. So the new SAP S/4HANA can run on all industries, for all roles, all data, across regions, and it supports different deployments and extensions. A quick example, what I spoke about, SAP user experience. What you see is a simple user interface which is tiled, and it gives you both transaction data as well as analytical data. These tiles can be configured depending upon the role the user is going to play within the organization. If a purchase officer, when he logs into the system, he will only be able to view those tiles which he is supposed to do. That is the level of configuration the system can do. So, because it runs on the HANA platform, both the analytical data as well as transactional data can be combined brought onto the user interface. The other important part which I strongly feel which SAP brings to the table of the customer is the localization capability. So if you look globally, there are 57 country versions SAP provides. For example, in India, we have India localized version of ERP, supporting all your regulatory like TDS, VAT, your Form 16s for your HR, for your employees, all forms related for employees, those can be done. One more example I would like to bring in is ERP now can run on Hindi also, and it supports multi-currencies too. And for your information, we all know the current buzzword GST. SAP is closely working with the respective teams of GST in the government, trying to understand the structure, and we are getting ready with GST. So the minute we see that, in next financial year, if GST is rolled out, SAP will provide you those regulations into the SAP software itself. So all customers will be in a position to download that and start using it. Another example is the Companies Act, where the depreciation has changed. We understand, we give you recommendations on how to configure. If configuration is not possible, SAP will provide you the patch. So this is one area where SAP plays a critical role for every country. So the team which does all these capabilities sits out of Bangalore and works very closely with the financial consultants in various government organizations. Best practices. I said we work very closely with the industry councils. The industry councils are customers who participate in providing us the what is happening in the market. With every new regulations coming in, what are the processes you would need to follow for that specific industry, either in pharma or chemical. If you look at the slide, the standard ERP implementation is there are a lot of adjustments have to be made during implementation. SAP, based on our learning in the last 40 plus years, created all the SAP best practices, and these are provided along with the software. So during the implementation partner will choose the best practices and start configuring the entire system, by which the entire adjustments are reduced to 25%. And these best practices are well taken, and whenever there is a new best practice comes, they get allotted into the software automatically. We give it as a version. As a customer, you will be in a position to download all the best practices, the documentation, and on every processes are provided in the customer portal. At any point of time, I understand many of the participants are net new. If you want to understand what SAP is, you can log into help.sap.com, where SAP publishes a lot of content for various industries, for various line of businesses, and also the localization content and the best practices. One quick snapshot of best practices, what I'm showing you in this screen is the localized for India. So customers can just log in. This is a public portal where customers can log in, see what are the best practices are available, and you can choose which best practices you would like to adopt and start consuming those best practices within your SAP system. So if you ask me net, in conclusion, what SAP is there to offer, SAP is the largest ERP vendor in the world and in India. SAP provides complete solution for your industry. We do not provide, we only provide industry-specific solutions, and every industry is, the processes are completely different. And by adopting these, we have seen companies raise their revenues by improving their productivity and reducing the costs. With respect to the industry, this is what I had. I would like to hand over my session to Mr. Ram, who is going to talk to you about this solution.
My name is Ramakrishnan. I am from YASH Technologies. I will take you through the solution presentation. So, the formula to achieve your ambitions, achieve safety and profitability with the solutions for pharma and chemical industry. Okay. YASH Technologies, along with SAP, have evolved solutions which are specific to chemical and pharma industry, which comes to you as a package along with the EHS and the other components as well. So to tell you what the solution offers to you, it suits the chemical industries like the plastic rubber industries, petroleum, petrochemicals, fertilizers, and specialty chemical like paint, ink, or agrochemicals, other shapes. So to various type of chemical industries it suits. It's just a broader high-level solution map of what are the components of this solution. It covers the procurement, manufacturing operation, your plant maintenance, batch management, entire quality management, logistics, inventory, financials, and finance controlling, customer service, and your compliances, EHS, and all export and import documentations. So some of the highlights of this solution is, yes, since this is an RDS solution certified by SAP, and it is built on the best practices of SAP, and so hence the it has got a fixed time, and it's got a very low risk and high visibility, and the domain expertise is already brought into the solution because the solution is being built with the help of the consultants who are experienced in their respective domain. And if you look at the Chem1, that is the certificate solution for chemical industry, as a ERP in a box, solution in a box, it is very specific to the industry, built on SAP chemical industry template, very simple for deployment and licensing, and quick time to value, and it's scalable, designed for small mid-sized companies, but fully scalable. Even if it is a big-size chemical company also, it can be leveraged, and lowest cost, reduced cost, because it differs from the conventional way of doing the implementation, where we leverage the solution, and very low risk, as it is being built upon SAP best practices for the chemical and pharma industries. So it's very easy to adapt, and it's a powerful ERP system wherein all the day one scenarios are already inbuilt, and it takes very less time to get ready the master data and start up the system in a very short span of time. So the architectural diagram of this is, it's a configured core business process, industry-specific scenarios, and leveraging the SAP collective expertise. Master data migration tools are also inbuilt, and there's a clear documentation on what the solution offers as a pre-configured solution, and the scope and the business process and scenarios are also figured out well before the implementation. And the installation and configurations are also very simple and very quick, so that it doesn't take too much time during the implementation phases. And the test scenarios, test cases test scripts are also already designed, so that you will be in a position to challenge the system and test the system for the industry best practices and for the industry specific scenarios straight away. So now the project specific configuration, when compared to a traditional project, will come down, because as given in the previous presentation by Shashikant, upon the standard system, the SAP best practices is what they have brought in, and our pre-configured solution, the RDS, sits on the best practices of SAP, which further reduces the timeline and the cost that customers would incur in getting the entire implementation done. So just a solution map, or what are the broad level processes scenarios covered in the solution from each module point of view. So general ledger, AR, AP, taxes, your asset accounting, cost accounting, your product costing, and your profitability analysis, that is costing and profit analysis. From a procurement logistics point of view, procurement, vendor evaluation, inventory management, inbound and outbound logistics, sales order management, and after sales and service, product master data, batch and serial number data, recipe, bill of materials, production versions, and the EBM, or electronic batch manufacturing records. Those are covered in the product management. From the manufacturing point of view, it covers the MRP, that is material requirement planning, which SAP has a very good feature for any industry who would like to run their entire planning cycle through MRP, and make to stock and make to order kind of productions, and manufacturing, execution, and production control, production traceability, and scheduling. All these things are the standard features, and upon which our pre-config solution also offers you furthermore options and controls. SAP comes with the major amount of the controls when it comes to good manufacturing practices. So this solution is also leveraging the major GMP controls, good manufacturing GXP controls, and further we have built in some more controls to further make it profitable, or further make it adaptable by the customers. And of course, country India localization when it comes to excise, VAT, taxes, IC sales, IC purchase, your EXIM, that is export import obligations, and product safety report management, and custom reports and dashboards, because the solution is built on NWBC platform, and it is compatible with all the mobile apps like SAP Fiori, and it is compatible with the latest platform HANA, new database platform of SAP. And just some of the India's statutory requirements to touch base on the specific areas of Indian ERP solutions, such as the financial accounting, where this taxes and excess duty, sales tax, TDS, and filing of all these things, and getting the reports on time in SAP through SAP, so that you can furnish all these details to the authorities. And chart of accounts, financial accounting statement version, and you can design, and vendor master, withholding tax, and vendor invoice and payment. All the scenarios are inbuilt already. And comes to metal management, all your excise transactions, and external procurement, and subcontracting, goods movement, capital goods procurement, excise registers, RG23C, RG23A, and for finished goods, RG1. All these things are inbuilt and ready to use once you start implementing the system. And all these things, as per industry standard, it is already designed and it is ready to leverage. And it is compatible to GST, as Sashikant was mentioning in his previous presentation. So it is very compatible to GST as well. So coming to the EHS part, which is also part of the Chem1 and Pharma1 solution. So it handles the chemical data management, product classification, metal safety data sheet, and electronic safety data sheet, labels, SOPs, and region-wise regulations, multilingual labels, and compliance checks and reports, and non-compliance products, and customer-specific reports, shipping and transportation compliance, vendor customer communication and data exchange. So it's a solution to support holistic product compliance at all the product lifecycle management stage: design, production, selling, distribution, and recycling. So it is also it is included in the RDS suite itself. So talking about this EHS part, it's number one EHS, first of its kind EHS RDS in India, which is linked, which is plugged in along with our RDS chemical RDS solution, and it is very closely integrated with all the other modules, and it's also leveraging the best practices. It has been built, and the processes have been simplified, so that the EHS part, implementation part, is also very easy to adapt and leverage, and all workflows are enabled, and it is easily scalable to all size of companies, and some standard dashboards which are industry specific, which are being designed by our industry experts. So which will be very easy to adapt, and as a customer you will be able to appreciate the efforts that have been put into the solution. And all ready-made regulatory forms and reports are also part of this. So this part of the RDS is, we term it as Safety 1, which is also available as a separate RDS, and it's also part of the Chem1 RDS. So as an implementation methodology, coming to implementation methodology, it's a SAP focused methodology, wherein only the what is available in the system, what is available in the solution is already given, and then the delta requirements are gathered, and the project plan is prepared for the delta requirement, and the implementation standards and procedures are adopted, and then the implementation will be as per this SAP focused methodology, wherein quickly we'll move on to the realization phase, and collection of master data, training, testing, validation of system, and then get into the final preparation phase and get into the go live. So this is only a matter of time in weeks, not in months. So somewhere around 8 to 12 weeks, mid-sized company, maybe from 12 to 14 or 16 weeks, they can get online, they can go live if they have their master data ready, and if they are able to leverage quickly the best practices of SAP, as well as the solution that we have built, pre-configured solution that we have built upon it. Now, we'll just touch base on the life science pre-built solution. We've been talking about Chem 1. We'll now have a few slides about the Pharma 1, which is also another ODS, which is built for the pharmaceutical companies to suit the pharmaceutical companies. So it has got the same, all the specific industry-specific process of pharma company, right from the R&D activity to sales to production to quality and to distribution and to the procurement. So vendor qualification, okay, and batch management, approved vendors, batch recall, certificate of analysis, make to stock, make to order, serial number management for your equipments and other engineering items, quality management with vendor evaluation, electronic signatures on your important documents such as your COAs and other documents, and variant configuration, rework and reprocessing, batch determinations, must scheduling, batch assignment, and electronic EBMR and electronic batch manufacturing records, okay, inspections and manufacturing part number, scrapping process, customers complaints, and we also offer the CSV, computer system validation services, also compliant to 21 CFR Part 11 and GAMP regulations. And so the best practices, yes, we adopt the best practices of the pharma industry built in by SAP on product development, procurement, and in sales, manufacturing, and ECM, engineering, change management, in all the areas. So these all best practices are part of the pre-configured settings. So it will speed up the installation process. So these are configured as a BC sets on a YASH landscape, so it can be easily transported to the customer's landscape once during the implementation. So it is being built with a lot of expertise that we have as a part of the consultants group that we have, who are domain experts. So let me touch some few aspects of the pharma industry specific configuration to give some clear idea. So this out of specification, non-conformance of metal disposition record, stability management, retest of materials, label management, document version control when it comes to specifications, SOP or MSDS, and trend analysis, okay, of incoming trend quality analysis, trend analysis of your incoming material or your output material, batch traceability, and bill of material version control management, batch numbering logic, yield calculation at different stages of the production, single stage, multi-stage, and handling of mother liquor, that is solvent recovery process, and handling of byproduct and co-product. Okay, so blending, reprocessing process, and role and profile based access and controls, coded material handling, and material issue and consumption based on FIFO and FIFO basis, and near expiry management, that is batch expiry monitoring, and equipment history card when it comes to plant maintenance and calibration, preventive predictive maintenance, and document management when it comes to DMS. And we have a very structured training plan to monitor the employee training requirements. To touch base on some of the chemical customers that we have partnered with along with SAP for implementing, we are given here Aquafarm, Arctic Industries, Crystal, Paddy, Gulf Oil, Oron Hydrocarbons, Asian Paints, Microinks, Oriental Carbons, National, KSFL. Okay, so there are some of our major chemical customers, to name a few. And to name a few of our licensed customer, Cadila, Laranon, FDC, Vocard, NCL, Apex, Orchid Chemicals, Etro Drugs, Blue Cross, Shashon, Valas, Ceylon Labs, and Grandix, Shreya, Shanta Biotech, so Akums, and these are some of our major customers. And coming to our CSV, computer system validation, we have done at various organizations as a part of our implementation, also as an exclusive service Orchid Chemicals, Watson, Flamingo, Cadilla, Shreya, Vimta, and a couple of our ongoing projects also. We are doing the same compressor system validation as part of our implementation schedule, implementation plan.